The story of the prodigal son is one of the most cherished parables found in the Bible, specifically in the Gospel of Luke. It's a tale that resonates with themes of forgiveness, redemption, and the unconditional love of a father. The narrative unfolds in a simple yet profound manner, inviting listeners to reflect on their own lives and relationships. This parable begins with a wealthy man who has two sons. The younger son, driven by a desire for independence and adventure, asks his father for his share of the inheritance. This request, while shocking, sets the stage for a transformative journey that will ultimately lead to profound lessons about love and forgiveness. The father, though saddened, grants his son's request, dividing his wealth between his two children. With a heart full of excitement, the younger son leaves home, venturing into a distant land where he squanders his inheritance on reckless living. This part of the story highlights the allure of freedom and the often misguided choices that accompany it. As the days turn into weeks, the initial thrill of independence fades, and the young man finds himself in dire straits. A famine strikes the land, and he quickly realizes that his lavish lifestyle has left him with nothing. This moment serves as a crucial turning point, illustrating the consequences of his choices and the harsh realities of life outside the safety of his father's home. In desperation, the younger son takes a job feeding pigs, a task that symbolizes his fall from grace. He longs to eat the pods that the pigs are eating, but no one offers him anything. This stark image paints a vivid picture of his degradation and despair. It's a moment of reckoning, where he reflects on his life and the decisions that led him to this point. Alone and hungry, he begins to remember the comfort of his father's house, where even the hired servants have enough to eat. This realization sparks a glimmer of hope within him. He decides to return home, not as a son, but as a humbled servant, believing that he has forfeited his right to be called a son due to his reckless actions. As the younger son makes his way back, he rehearses his apology, filled with shame and regret. However, the father, who has been waiting and watching for his son's return, sees him from a distance. Overcome with compassion, he runs to his son, embracing him tightly. This moment encapsulates the essence of unconditional love. The son begins to express his remorse, but the father interrupts, ordering the servants to bring the best robe, a ring, and sandals for him. This lavish welcome signifies not only forgiveness, but also restoration of his status as a son. The father's joy is palpable, celebrating the return of his lost child, emphasizing the theme that no matter how far one strays, there is always a path back home. The celebration, however, does not sit well with the elder son, who has remained loyal and dutiful. Upon hearing the festivities, he becomes angry and refuses to join the celebration. This reaction introduces another layer to the parable, highlighting feelings of jealousy and resentment. The father comes out to plead with him, explaining that it is right to celebrate the return of the lost son. The elder son's perspective reflects the struggle many face when grappling with feelings of fairness and entitlement. He feels overlooked despite his loyalty, which raises questions about the nature of grace and forgiveness. The father's response emphasizes that love is not a limited resource. It is abundant and freely given to all, regardless of their past actions. The parable of the prodigal son offers profound lessons on forgiveness, acceptance, and the nature of love. It challenges listeners to examine their own lives, encouraging them to embrace the idea that redemption is always possible. The Father's unconditional love serves as a reminder that no one is beyond the reach of grace. For those who may identify with the younger son, it's a comforting assurance that returning home is always an option. For those who resonate with the elder son, it invites reflection on the importance of compassion and understanding. Ultimately, this timeless story encourages a deeper understanding of relationships, urging individuals to foster love and forgiveness in their own lives, creating a path toward healing and reconciliation.